Thank you very much. Mary O'Connor.
I have a PowerPoint presentation as well. Okay, I'm here today to talk about pedestrian experiences in Christchurch and to hope that in the future you will consider more the pedestrian experience in your path designs. This photo highlights the obvious low priority for pedestrians at busy intersections. This one at Selwyn Street. Go through a zigzag cage where the pedestrian phase means you are held in the cage for over 1.25 minutes to ensure you breathe plenty of harmful vehicle fumes, and it takes nearly 2 minutes to cross Bram Street. Curbing on the right photo maintains a flat footpath. Left photo is priority for vehicles exiting driveways, resulting in sideways camber for pedestrians at every driveway, unpleasant and injury causing. Cyclists have lights to cross intersection diagonally. Pedestrians must cross one road, wait for the full phase of the lights to cross the other road. This is at Lincoln and Morehouse Ave. Another cage presentation for pedestrians. 3 phases of the lights to get from North Hagley to Little Hagley Park. You've got a handout for the more detailed ones. A major consideration for pedestrians: pedestrian foot strike versus wheels that roll over the surface. Pedestrian activities undertaken by more of the population than these wheeled ride-ons. Designed for health, not just for transport corridor, and designed to consider the long-term effects of our bodies. And active travel needs to be prioritised over green travel. You notice on that last slide that lots of footpaths are now becoming shared paths. This is 2 sides of the Avon, and here be interested to count pedestrians too. Along Hagley, South Hagley, 3 options for cyclists, including 2 shared with pedestrians. We need to consider whether shingle paths and asphalt paths are not pedestrian friendly. In parks, there's often a timeline of natural path, shingle path, asphalt path. Shared paths are not just for pedestrians and cyclists. Now e-bikes and e-scooters too. Speed on the path is from 1 kilometre an hour to over 30 kilometres an hour, resulting in vulnerability of slower people and rules. No longer a pleasurable experience. We've got natural paths in some of the parks. Why change them? Look at this, shingle paths. What's the benefit of them? The asphalt paths are often built to remove the contours so flat as possible. No option to be beside but not on the path. Paths often take up all flatted area. Renewal often increases the width of paths. And paths are becoming for pedestrians and permitted wheels, including cycles, e-bikes, all scooters, roller skates, skateboards. Can we have some just for pedestrians? The Botanic Gardens is for pedestrians only. There's a need for others. Suggest Little Hagley in the picture, the Pine Turnham, areas of Ngāpuna Y and Earl Clark Reserve. Earl Clark Reserve has a shingle path, its length which varies from 1.2 to 1.6 wide, and another shingle path. Is that shingle path necessary when it could just be a natural path like this? But there's a wide varieties of speeds using these paths. Overtaking is common. Moving out of the way can sprain an ankle on a hard path. Cyclists seem to love cycling between the trees and also to overtake. Is cycling beneficial in this area? The angles here show a very dangerous corner, particularly when you get cyclists coming fast off the bridge. Tree roots protrude over this narrow path. The path construction also holds water in it, so there's potholes on the path which stay for days when everything else is dry. There's some advantages of recycled rubber paths, which I hope you will consider. It should also be possible to run to work as much as cycling to work, but with the pedestrian infrastructure that's available, it's not really a transport option. I would like the City Council to consider these, and thank you for listening to me today. I know it's been all rather rushed, but
No, and it's hard to do it all in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so we've got a minute for a question. Yep, RAF.
Yeah, that's a handout as well for any of the ones that had lots of text on them.
Oh, look, I mean, thanks for this. It's quite interesting. Are there many examples of rubber pathways?
Yeah, I've come back from the UK after 15 years. I've got the same problem with the council I was living in there as well, changing everything to shared with cyclists. There is companies in the UK, USA and Australia. A few years ago there was an article on the TV here about, year before last, about the pile of rubber from car tyres, vehicle tyres, and Nick Smith was the MP at the time who said, we should use it on cycleways. No, it should be used for pedestrians, and they are available. Often councils in the UK use them around street trees because it doesn't cause cracking like asphalt. It is permissible on paths. I think Manchester has it on its biggest pedestrian area in the middle of the city.
Okay, any idea on cost compared to asphalt?
Yeah, when you consider hip replacements, knee replacements, obesity problem, people not going out, can't go out for a walk because they come back to the doctor the next week with sore legs. You've got to take that into consideration, I think. And you've got to look at a healthier population. Footpaths are for health as much as they should be for transport. And councils and engineers, I don't know how many engineers are actually pedestrians who go for kilometres and kilometres on footpaths. I presume there's not really any. They design, why should we get stuck in a cage in the middle of the busiest roads in Christchurch so we can breathe in more fumes?
I think it's to stop you being hit by cars, but,
No, it's not. It holds you there. Pedestrians should be able to cross the whole road.
I know.
I used to,
I know.
Except now it's a zigzag.
Yeah, but, anyway, it's, you've raised it.
Worse being hit by a car now or dying of lung problems when you're older.
Yeah, I think, well, look, you've raised some really good points, so, but we'll get some advice on those. It's it's been a really interesting submission, so thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Okay, thank you for listening to me today.